guess when you look back on that first meeting with Minnesota, what happened in the second half that really turned the tide there, and how do you prevent that from happening
We
again?
just flat out got out tough. That's the bottom line. I thought the first half we did a really good job of getting out, building a lead, and they took it to us in the second half. Give them credit for ramping up the pressure. We didn't handle it well. We're a much different team now, and so are they. They're playing as good as anybody in our league. When you look at what has happened these last 7, their only 2 losses are to Iowa, where they had a 20-point lead with 10 minutes to go, and they had a 10-point lead at Purdue. Those are their only 2 losses. So this team is humming right now. They're shooting the ball. They're getting to the free throw line. Those 2 bigs are as good as any front line in our league. Christie is making shots at a high level. Hawkins leading the nation in assists. I mean, they're really good. And Mitchell, phenomenal as well. And then their bench is really good. So they're playing at a high level. But I like the way we got it going right now as well. Coming off 3 of our better performances of the year, 3 double-digit wins, and good opportunity tomorrow to get back in front of our home crowd. It's crazy to me. We have 2 home games left, and this is going to be an electric atmosphere. I know that tomorrow, and we're going to need it. But we got to give them something to get excited about early in this game, and then sustain effort for 40 minutes.
Minnesota's physicality in that first game, what do you think you took away from that? How can you use that going into this?
I mean, they've got big, strong physical players, and we need to do a much better job of finding a body and making good early contact and finishing off possessions. I think since February 1st, we've been doing a much better job defensively. I think we're 5th in the country in defensive metrics. So we're doing a lot of good things right now, and we're better than we were in that opening loss in league play. But again, so is Minnesota. They're a team that's got an absolute roll, and they're confident. So we have to go out there and again expect a full 40-minute physical game, and you can't do it for 20. We've shown that in this league. When you go out and sustain it like we do, we're a really good basketball team. When we don't, we're pretty pedestrian.
We've asked you about Jamarcus about every time lately, but what can you say just about his, dealing with whatever struggles there were in the middle of the season to get to where he is right now?
Yeah, I can't even express to you how proud I am of Jamarcus for continuing to work through and battle through, a couple tough weeks. And I give him all the credit in the world for accepting the new role and thriving in it. And that's what this thing's all about. When you're asked to do something different, is going out there, not hanging your head, and making a difference and make winning plays. And with what Jamarcus did in the second half, when that thing got cut to 3 in an unbelievable environment, it just speaks volumes about where he is with the growth of his game right now. So I just was really proud of how he responded and helped us battle through that adversity. And he was on the floor at the most important time, making the key plays. I thought Sam's steal on Ware's offensive rebound that led to Jamarcus hitting a 3 to get it to 6, and then Jamarcus hit another shot to get it to 8, and we get an and 1 on the inbounds play to get it back to double digits. But Jamarcus was involved in all 3 of those plays as either the shooter or the passer. So I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him, and we're going to need him here down the stretch.
Rink maybe didn't have his best day offensively, but how good is he about battling through that? He's so important to what your offense does and how it goes through him. How good is he when even he's not having his best day?
Yeah, I mean, still was out there as a facilitator, and you have to guard Rink. You have to be on him every possession, and he helps stretch the floor and space the floor. And Casey, a lot of the shots he hit in that first half were because of Rink. Just his ability to go to a dribble handoff, read a play, hit him on a back cut. Those are all things that Rink does as well as any big in the country, and he fits with how we play. You look at Derek Walker leading us in assists a year ago, and now that's Rink. And he just does so many things, whether he's scoring the ball or not, to help our offense. And he's a very good pick and roll defender on the other end as well.
What do you think of the job you did, the post guys did against Ware, and what do you want to see against Minnesota's big guys tomorrow?
Yeah, Ware and Renew are obviously 2 of the better bigs in our conference, and it's the thing, with you look at Payne. I mean, what he's done and the growth he's made in his short college career to this point. I mean, he's an absolute monster out there. They'll isolate both those guys. They'll put them at the elbows. They're both very good. Spin dribbling, getting to the rim, and finishing with authority. Garcia's ability to stretch the floor and knock down threes. There's not a lot of guys like that are 7 feet tall, and you know, playing Ware and Renew in the last one hopefully will help prepare us a little bit for what we're going to be up against tomorrow evening, and you know, just go out and execute the game plan. That's one thing our guys have really done a solid job these last three, is they've done a great job with scout discipline and following the game plan, and that's helped us have three of the better performances of the year.
Have you had yourself trying to find a balance with the players of like, we want to get these guys back, but we don't want that to change how we play, change things? You know what I mean?
As far as,
like, you know, at practice, it's like, are there any conversations of, hey, let's get these guys back, considering how the first game went? And
no. Listen, this is a completely different game, and you know, they got round one, and you know, hopefully we can go out there and put ourselves in a great position tomorrow afternoon.
Turnovers were a big problem in the first meeting. Seems like you guys have been better in that regard over the last few games. How do you continue that? And then what challenges does Minnesota present when it comes to pressuring the ball?
Well, it wasn't just turnover. The turnovers led to baskets. It was pick sixes. And, you know, second half, we did not do a good job of taking care of it. I think we're doing a better job not forcing the issue. You know, we'll run a play, and, you know, we're doing a better job of reading if the first option isn't there, going to option B or option C. And it's, you just have to be strong with the ball. You have to be tough with the ball. But turnovers and rebounding, that was the issues in the first game, and that's been the issue for us all season when we have not played well. When we've done a good job, we've done a solid job of taking care of it. We've done a good job on the glass, and that's going to be the key for tomorrow night's game.
Sam's had a pretty positive plus-minus in the last handful of games, even without scoring or maybe attempting one shot. How important has he been to what you guys do?
Yeah, you know, Sam, the thing that he does for our team, he just, you know, he gets every loose ball. And, you know, that's one thing Minnesota's really good at. They're good in the 50-50 game. So, you know, if you can win that battle, which is going to be important tomorrow, you're going to be in good shape. And that's what Sam does. It seems like every time there's a scrum, he's coming out with it. So, you know, just, you know, really pleased to have a guy in the team that has accepted the role that's given to him. He's not a huge part. We don't run a lot of plays for him offensively. We want him shooting open shots when they're there. You know, getting into the paint, he's made some really good plays. He's solid with the ball, good assist to turnover ratio, and defensively, you know, just making those hustle plays is kind of what has made him who he is. And, you know, Garden's pretty damn good players. When you look at the overall resume of what we've done, you know, he's done a really good job going all the way back to Tyson Walker and helping out with Boo Buie. So, you know, I'm proud of Sam for the job he's done on that end.
How have you seen his game evolve since when he got thrown into action last year, going from scout team to now being a pretty big piece of what you're doing?
Yeah, it's again, I don't know if we would have known what we had those guys not gotten injured last year, and he took full advantage of that opportunity when it presented itself. And you know, that's a message to every young player, you know, when they're early in their career, for the not in rotation, is to keep battling and keep grinding and keep getting extra work in, and at some point when your name is called, and get the opportunity to take advantage of it. And that's what Sam did. It's what Jamarcus did, you know, a year ago, and those two guys obviously are two very important parts of our rotation and the success that we've had this year. So yeah, it's, as far as how it's evolved, I think he's more confident now. You know, last year he probably didn't have time to get nervous, just because he got thrown in so quickly after Emmanuel went down in that game at Penn State. But I give Sam a lot of credit for continuing to work, and you know, when his name was called, he's been pretty darn good since. He was nervous.
Is any update on Eli? See any closer?
Eli is, yeah, he's getting better, feeling quite a bit better, and you know, still not fully comfortable with change of direction. He hasn't done any live action with us. He's getting spot shots up now, but still probably a little ways away, just because he's still having trouble cutting on that high ankle sprain.
Everyone else healthy?
Everybody else is good. Yep, everybody else is good.
Yeah. Thanks.